Hey, it's the old Florida boy. I finally get to go back out in the woods. So as I get my stuff ready, I'm gonna, just let you know what's going on. Parked pretty close to the highway, so you're gonna hear some cars going by. Coming out with my new belt rig, and wouldn't you know it, I put too much stuff on it, so now I gotta use the suspenders. So we're gonna put this thing on. I'll show you exactly what's on it in a little while, but it's too heavy for a belt rig, so I got to use my suspenders. So, I got some nice cold water. Got my sunglasses. And I'm going to do a little fishing today. So, stay with me. Alright, here we are at one of my favorite places. The Jane Green camping area on Bull Creek Wildlife Management Area, or they call it Herky Huffman Wildlife Management Area. But about a mile hike in, saw something very strange, and I'm going to show you on the way out. There's holes full of concrete, which is, I don't know what they're trying to prove on that, but my new rig, my new belt rig, which has got my med pouch, full of paracord. It's got my Beretta. The Molly pouches that you saw. I got 2 magazine pouches. I got a nice place to carry my Buck 119 Special, and I got the other Molly pouch. And I'm never without my military canteen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a drink of water, take a break for a minute because it's getting pretty hot, and then I'm going to go in the swamp and do a little bass fishing in the creek. It's really, really dry out here, and I'm not going to start any fire. I don't smoke, so that's okay. But we're under a really tight burn ban, and it is really dry out here. So, one stray spark, and this whole place goes up. So I brought along some other survival food with me, and possibly the best survival food ever in the world. And I'm going to show that to you after I do a little fishing. So I'll be back in a while. Stay with me. Alright, one good thing that I did notice when I walked up, when we're walking onto the swamp here, wow, it's dry. This whole place burned about a year ago. It's just starting to come back out. One thing that was not working before was this. And look at that now. It's working. One reason is I sent a couple of dirty emails to the Florida Trail Association about that pump not working. So it helps to send dirty emails, especially to the Florida Trail Association. And somebody came out and they fixed the pump. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to hide my stuff. I'm going to grab my rod, and then we're going to go do some fishing. So I'll be back when I'm in the swamp. Alright, as we're walking in on the trail, I'm going very slowly, and you see that I'm kind of searching in front of me with my fishing rod because it is so dry. This would be just a wonderful place for Mr. Big Ol' Rattlesnake. Ow! Man, there's some horse flies out here. Jeez. I do got some repellent with me, but man, this would be a wonderful place for Mr. Big Ol' Rattlesnake to be laying around in the middle of the day. God, the horse flies keep biting me. So, I am making my way to the creek. And I expect it to be very, very low. Very low. And I'm making a lot of noise with my feet. And a lot of vibrations with my feet. So everything hears me coming. Plus I'm talking in this stupid video. So I'd love to see some deer on this trail. But I might. I don't think I'm going to though. But alright, I'm making my way to the creek. I'll be there in a minute. Okay, I'm at the first bridge of the creek, and this is what I was afraid of. As I come up, you don't see any water under me, do you? This side is usually full. That's usually creek, and that's usually water. This is the tributary going that way and up where I usually get some water at, and it is solid dry. Wow. I'm usually casting over there. Well, now at least I can see what's underneath there when it gets some water in it. Let's go to the other side of the creek. Okay, as I walk up on the second bridge, which is usually a good fishing hole, I come out to this side. Somebody's fishing lure right there. But you can plainly see that there is no water in this creek. That's usually about 4 feet deep, right where this log's coming across. And there is no water. On the other side, there is just a little bit of water. That ain't enough to fish in. I mean, this is just one little pond. Jeez. Man, when they say we in a drought, they ain't kidding. Whew. This entire huge log is usually underwater. You can usually go right out to about there, but all the rest of it's underwater. Wow. Let's go down to my main fishing hole and check that out. Alright, this is my main fishing hole. And it is dry. Jeez. Look at this. This is the Crabgrass Creek. This is the main fork of Crabgrass Creek. And it's incredible. That is just, it's nothing. I used to catch all kinds of bluegills in this little fork that goes back there. It's usually about 3 feet deep. Nothing. Man, it is so dry out here. We need some rain so bad. As you can see on I don't know whether you can see those, but let me try to zoom in on those. Those look like freshwater mussel shells, maybe. There's a few more over there. Yeah, little freshwater mussels. You can get them now, you know. There's no water. Well, I thought I was going to be fishing today, but apparently I'm not. There is just a little bit, and there's no way that I'm starting any kind of fire. There's just a little bit of water over here. I don't know whether that's... This is lower than I've ever seen the water. And I've been coming out to the swamp for 40 years. The water is usually, you can see where it's usually at up on the bank. It's a good 4 to 5 feet low. Wow, this is deep. Holy mackerel. This is deep when it's full. This is as low as I've ever seen the water. I can see all the way up around the corner in this direction, and there's no water in all of Crabgrass Creek. Man, this is a tremendous drought. We need some rain bad. I'm gonna start doing the rain dance. Wait a minute, that sounds like the Florida State chant. Let me do the University of Florida chant. Chomp, 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 chomp. Go Gators! Alright, well, it looks like I'm not fishing, so I'm going to screw around here a little bit, and then I'm going to meander on back to the camp, and I'll show you what's possibly the greatest survival hiking food ever in the world, so stay tuned. Alright, well, I'm going back to the camp. There's one old water bird sitting on a stump over there. He ain't got much to do. He ain't got much to eat. Yeah, I hear you. I don't know whether I saw this. I know I didn't see this, but I don't know whether you saw this. Here's a casualty. of the low water. That is a nice big old dead bass. And he ain't been dead very long. And he looks to be about a nice 3-pounder. That's a shame. There will be literally 1 million to take his place when we get some rain and this thing fills back up again. This will be a roaring river. I know y'all have seen a couple videos about me going over it, and this is usually full, but well, I had some thoughts about doing some fishing, but it looks like I ain't doing very much. I could wander on out there. Water's real shallow, and I might be able to horse a couple bass out of there, but I don't feel like going on down there and getting on down into Mr. Water Moccasin territory. I would rather just me and Mr. Water Moccasin went our separate ways. So I'm getting a little hungry. I'm going to go back and do a little lunch. So I'm going back to the camp. Well, that was a bust. That really sucks. I thought I was going to be able to go do some fishing, catch some big old bluegills. There's bluegills in there big as my hand. You know, nice 1-pounders or so, and there's some nice bass, as I showed you, the nice dead one over there. But that really sucks. It is so dry in Central Florida. I've never seen that Crabgrass Creek that low. But hey, well, what do they say? The worst day hiking or the worst day fishing is better than the best day working. And I don't got to worry about that anymore. I quit my job, so I should be doing a Canteen Cup Tuesday today. But I'm not prepared for it, so I did a little Tuesday walk. But now, as promised, I'm going to show you possibly the best survival food ever in the world. So here we go. Just put that down there. All right, we got my thing here. Now it's got this molly pouch hooked onto my Owl's belt. Got my canteen of water. In here is the secret you've all been waiting for. I always bring a couple packages of these little crackers along with me. They're good. But here we go. The best survival food I know. God damn. Pop-Tarts. These are the blueberry variety. I also like strawberry, but I think my favorite is the brown sugar cinnamon. You know, these babies they're not indestructible, but they're pretty good. If you need them, there we go. Look at that. That's pure blueberry goodness. So, as I eat my blueberry Pop-Tart, I'm going to get a little lunch here. And then I might scout around here a little bit, see what I can see. And then I'm going to go back to the truck, and I'll catch you all later. Hey, it's Matt the Florida Boy. Well, happy Canteen Cup Tuesday, everybody. I didn't do a Canteen Cup Tuesday. I decided to go hiking and try to go fishing, and I found out that due to the big drought in Florida that I couldn't go fishing. Because as you saw, there was no water in the creek. So, hey, I haven't been out in a while. You know, now I got a little bit more free time to start going out in the woods and showing you some of my stuff that I do in and around Florida. What I got to do is I got to introduce you to one of my favorite survival foods. And next to a PB&J sandwich, it might be the greatest survival food ever, which is Pop-Tarts. Those are easy, cheap, they fill you up, and 3 packages of Pop-Tarts fits absolutely perfectly in an AR-15 mag pouch. So, you'll be seeing some more of those because it's way too hot to start a fire and cook anything. Plus, we're under a burn ban, you can't do it anyway. So, I had a good day. You know, the worst day fishing is better than the best day working. So, with that in mind, everybody be safe, be cool, because it's very hot in Florida. Be safe, be cool, and this is Matt from FloridaBoy Survival, and I will see you on the trail.